The UK property market is experiencing a widening gap between the prices of flats and houses, a trend that has been steadily growing over the past decade. This trend has become increasingly pronounced in recent years, with the price disparity becoming more evident and impactful. This growing divide is creating significant challenges for homebuyers, making it harder for many to find affordable housing options and impacting the broader housing market in profound ways. Understanding the factors behind this divergence is crucial for addressing the growing affordability crisis. Various elements, such as economic conditions, supply and demand, and changing lifestyle preferences, all play a role. The price gap reflects a shift in housing preferences and market dynamics, with more people seeking the space and comfort of houses over flats. While both property types have seen price increases, houses have experienced significantly higher growth, driven by factors such as limited supply and increased demand for larger living spaces. This disparity is evident across various regions of the UK, with some areas experiencing more pronounced gaps than others, highlighting regional economic differences. In some regions, the gap between house and flat prices is stark, reflecting local market conditions and economic factors that influence housing affordability. The implications of this trend are far-reaching, affecting not only individual buyers and sellers, but also the overall health of the housing market and the economy. As the gap widens, it raises concerns about affordability, particularly for first-time buyers who are struggling to get on the property ladder and secure their first home. The increasing difficulty in affording a house can lead to long-term economic consequences, including reduced mobility and financial strain on families. Addressing this issue requires a comprehensive approach, involving policy changes, increased housing supply, and support for first-time buyers to ensure a more balanced and accessible housing market for all. The COVID-19 pandemic significantly impacted the UK property market, contributing to the widening price gap between flats and houses. Lockdowns and restrictions led to a reassessment of housing needs, with many people seeking more space and outdoor areas. Houses, particularly those with gardens and extra rooms, became highly sought after as remote work and homeschooling became the norm. This surge in demand, coupled with limited supply, drove up house prices at a faster rate than flats. Flats, particularly smaller units in densely populated areas, became less desirable for some buyers. The lack of private outdoor space and concerns about shared amenities contributed to this shift in preference. The widening price gap is also fueled by a fundamental imbalance between housing supply and demand in the UK. This imbalance has been a persistent issue for many years, affecting various aspects of the housing market and the broader economy. The country has long faced a housing shortage, with demand consistently outstripping supply. This shortage is not just a recent phenomenon, but has been building up over decades, leading to a cumulative effect that is now being felt more acutely. This issue has been exacerbated by various factors, including population growth and a lack of new construction. Urban areas, in particular, have seen significant population increases, putting additional pressure on the already limited housing stock. The shortage of available housing, particularly houses, creates a competitive market where buyers are often willing to pay a premium for their desired property. This competitive environment can lead to bidding wars, further driving up prices and making it even harder for average buyers to secure a home. This dynamic drives up prices, making it increasingly difficult for first-time buyers and those on lower incomes to enter the market. The financial strain on these groups is significant, often requiring them to save for many years or seek alternative housing solutions. Addressing the supply-demand imbalance is crucial for stabilizing the housing market and making homeownership more accessible. This involves not only building more homes, but also ensuring that these homes meet the needs of a diverse population. This requires a multifaceted approach, including increased investment in new housing construction and policies that encourage the development of a wider range of housing types. Government intervention, private sector participation, and community engagement are all essential components in creating a balanced and sustainable housing market. Government policies play a significant role in shaping the housing market, influencing everything from property prices to the availability of homes. These policies can contribute to the widening price gap between flats and houses, creating disparities that affect various segments of the population. While policies are often implemented with the aim of improving affordability and accessibility, their real-world effects can be complex and multifaceted. They can sometimes have unintended consequences that may not be immediately apparent. For example, stamp duty holidays, which are designed to stimulate the housing market, can disproportionately benefit those purchasing higher-priced properties, such as houses, rather than more affordable flats. This can further fuel demand and drive up prices in the higher end of the market, making it even more challenging for first-time buyers to enter the market. The affordability challenges faced by first-time buyers are exacerbated by these policies, creating a cycle of difficulty. Other policies, such as the Help to Buy scheme, have also faced criticism. Critics argue that such schemes artificially inflate demand, pushing prices higher and benefiting developers more than buyers. While these policies aim to make homeownership more accessible, they often fail to address the underlying issue of housing supply. It is crucial for policymakers to carefully consider the potential impacts of housing policies, weighing both the short-term benefits and long-term consequences. Striving for a balanced approach that promotes both affordability and market stability is essential for creating a sustainable housing market that benefits everyone. Impact on affordability. The widening price gap between flats and houses has significant implications for housing affordability in the UK. As house prices rise at a faster rate than flats, it becomes increasingly challenging for aspiring homeowners, particularly those on lower incomes and first-time buyers, to enter the market. This affordability crisis can have far-reaching consequences, not only for individuals, but also for the broader economy. When a significant portion of the population is priced out of home ownership, it can lead to increased demand for rental properties, potentially driving up rental prices as well. Moreover, high housing costs can put a strain on household budgets, leaving less disposable income for other goods and services. This can have a dampening effect on consumer spending, which can impact economic growth. Challenges for first-time buyers. First-time buyers face significant challenges in today's UK property market, with the widening price gap between flats and houses adding to their difficulties. Saving for a deposit is often cited as the biggest hurdle for first-time buyers, especially as house prices continue to rise at a faster rate than wages. The competitive nature of the market, particularly in desirable areas, means that first-time buyers often find themselves outbid by those with larger deposits or cash buyers. This can be disheartening and discouraging for those trying to get on the property ladder. Furthermore, the increasing prevalence of buy-to-let investors can reduce the availability of properties for first-time buyers. It is crucial to address the challenges faced by this demographic to ensure a healthy and sustainable housing market. Potential solutions. Addressing the widening price gap between flats and houses and the broader affordability crisis in the UK housing market requires a multifaceted approach. Increasing housing supply is paramount, with a focus on building a variety of housing types to meet diverse needs. Policymakers should consider implementing measures to discourage speculative investment, such as higher stamp duty for second homes and buy-to-let properties. This could help level the playing field for first-time buyers and those seeking to purchase a primary residence. Promoting alternative home ownership models, such as shared ownership schemes and rent-to-own programs, can provide more accessible pathways to home ownership. Additionally, investing in infrastructure improvements in underserved areas can make them more attractive to buyers, potentially easing demand pressure in overheated markets. The need for a balanced approach. Finding a balanced approach to housing policy is crucial for creating a more stable and equitable housing market. While stimulating demand can provide short-term boosts, it is essential to prioritize long-term solutions that address the underlying issues of supply and affordability. Policies should aim to create a level playing field for all buyers, not just those with significant financial resources. This includes ensuring that first-time buyers have a fair chance to enter the market, and that those on lower incomes are not priced out of home ownership entirely. Collaboration between government, developers and communities is essential for developing sustainable solutions that meet the diverse housing needs of the UK population. By working together, we can strive for a housing market that is both accessible and equitable. Conclusion: navigating the divide. The widening price gap between flats and houses in the UK presents significant challenges for homebuyers and policymakers alike. Understanding the complex interplay of factors driving this trend is crucial for developing effective solutions. Addressing the affordability crisis requires a multifaceted approach that focuses on increasing housing supply, promoting alternative homeownership models, and creating a more balanced and equitable housing market. By prioritizing long-term solutions and working collaboratively, we can strive for a housing market that meets the needs of all citizens.